Greetings, everybody. This is Serpentine451, and welcome back to another episode of Weeb Warriors. It is another solo run for me, but we'll get the reviews going regardless here. Alright, first off, let's go with Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2, Episode 10. Kei Shirogane can't speak. Miyuki Shirogane wants to dance. Kobachi Osoreiji wants to crack down. Miyuki Shirogane's dad wants to find out. So, basically, to summarize this entire episode here, we have Kei looking at her brother, thinking, man, this boy is so sad. I want to prod him for information, but I can't because he will get defensive. And so I will have to get him to talk to me. And their dad decides to make it his mission to embarrass his son even further. And kind of make it about himself. It's some real dumb shit, man. It's hilarious. On top of that, we have Miyuki trying to dance a traditional dance meant for fishing, and he sucks at it. He looks like a zombie that was trying to pass off being a background dancer on the Thriller music video. Fucking hilarious. And Chica was not having it. Along with Kaguya trying to help out too. And the two of them are fighting over how Miyuki should practice for this dance. And he ends up getting the brain blast idea. And he was able to actually go with this whole dance style like right quick. He's practicing this, it's because of the sports festival. Which also leads to a little bit of background between our boy Ishigami and Miko. Where they don't really like each other, but our friend Kobachi explains that even though they may not like each other, they're very similar people. And how it's not great that the rumors that are thrusted on Ishigami kind of persist. Now, Miko just wanted to just like really put him down at that time. But she actually sees that he's trying his best during the whole sports festival cheerleading thing. And it's great that she sees the good in sorry, our boy Ishigami. Man, I've been sleeping all day. But anywho, then this leads to the patriarch of the Shirogane family running in and checking in on his son, taking pictures of Chica for her dad, and grilling the shit out of Kaguya. And Miyuki knew that he was going to do this, so he tried everything in his power to get his dad away from everybody. But at the end, she finds out that Miyuki's dad was grilling her, and she gets so embarrassed by it. Fucking great. Now, let's go with Tower of God. This episode has Bam and Rachel basically being fish food. Well, sea mammal food. Because they're talking about net dolphins and shit. But this episode is fucking wild. It's either the first half of a two-parter or multi-parter. I don't know, man. It's getting fucking wild. Anywho, as they're talking about how each other how Bam really admires and cares about Rachel, and she hides this because she's a bitch. And everyone else is trying to make sure that they pass this test because they have the Bull, which is a monster that was psychically controlled by somebody, this fluffy ram thing, that decided to fuck with Anak and Indorsey to get them to fight each other so he can get rid of the imposter Anak, which is the character we've been focusing on. Well, that's the Anak that we know. Because she wasn't meant to exist. Then we also have a lot of our folks on our team here getting attacked by barnacle goblins, getting devoured by the Bull. And Bam and Rachel are unaware of this. All this crazy intrigue made for a very great episode. Next up we have My Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. In this episode, Katarina is put to sleep by the power of Sirius's dark magic, and she enters in her previous life as the unnamed Japanese schoolgirl. And while this is happening, Achan comes to Sophia when all the rest of the characters were down in the dumps. Achan did her best to basically rally everybody to get her to get them to get Katarina back, and they were able to. Katarina comes back to the world that she came in, said goodbye to Achan, tell her that she was her greatest friend, her best friend, which Achan acknowledges. And they're able to find Sirius and Maria, and now they're going on to the final stage of beating this boy's ass. All with the power of friendship and love and happiness. Because Katarina has a plan to take him down. Still, very solid episode. Not quite the way that the source material did it, at least in the manga, the way it was adapted. I haven't read the light novel myself, but I'm sure it was adapted decently well. Which, for the most part, I think it was a very solid adaptation of that particular chapter and whatnot. But anywho, let's get to the last show, which is Gleipnir. Fuck this episode, man. Everyone on the team is beaten down emotionally by the whole events of the previous episode, and Shuichi basically talks to everybody how Animal Girl is one of Shuichi's and Claire's classmates at the school, and that one of his friends was one of the victims of that entire conflict, and they found his body in the river, burned to shit, which is messed up, man. And then the blind Kenshi from Mortal Kombat swordsman dude follows Shuichi around and was about to murk him, but the two of them fight, and he decided to put this man out of his misery by shooting him with his monster form's gun. And we also get a little bit more backstory on the alien, and how one girl basically set the stage for gathering the coins, and she ended up being kind of the monster form of this spiky-haired blonde dude who knew Shuichi in the past. And I'm like, fuck, man. I'm excited to see what happens next in this series. It's fucking wild. But anywho, let's actually get to the soapbox discussion this week. And I have a very fun and interesting topic here. Celebrating the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield's expansion pass, the Isle of Armor releasing tomorrow as of this recording on the 16th of June. Tomorrow, the 17th, is when the Isle of Armor releases. And since it's tangentially related to anime, I want to talk about fun anime games you guys can play while you're getting over what's going on in the world right now. So, I would highly suggest, like, all the fighting games connected to our favorite Shonen series, even the Shonen Jump one that I have yet to try. But I would really love to, like, give that a whirl because that looks great and looks super fun. Hell, you can even play, like, Dynasty Warriors. And Gundam actually got a Dynasty Warriors-esque thing for them, and that's been an interesting ride, even though I don't really play a lot of Dynasty Warrior games, but I think they were fun. Yawning once more. Can't stop that, really. But also, play visual novels during this time. Nintendo is releasing the Nekopara visual novels on the Switch, which is great. They're releasing a lot of visual novels. Hell, you can do Otome game visual novels. You could do, like, regular, for guys visual novels. It's all about how much fun you guys want to make, man. It's great. Clanad is on the Nintendo eShop right now. That's not only a great anime, but a great visual novel. I highly recommend that. And if you don't want to play stuff on the Switch, you can always go to PC and find a lot of great visual novels there. Or watch Let's Plays of visual novels. Some of the best are Magical Marriage Lunatics, I think is what it's called. Essentially, it's made by the same people who made Princess Evangel. And that shit's great. It's amazing. Fucking hilarious. But, yeah, I highly recommend you guys playing a lot of great anime games. Not just, like, the ones you know of, or that I've listed off. The ones that are still out there, waiting to be discovered, those hidden gems. That's what I'm saying in celebration of Pokemon Sword and Shield's expansion pass, the Isle of Armor, releasing tomorrow. After you play that, fucking play all the anime-esque games you want to play. So anyway, this has been Serpentine 451. I'll catch you guys next time, hopefully with Jay and Jordan in tow.